3, 2, 1. Yo, what's happening, guys? It's your boy Wolfie here. We are back, and what we've got for you today is another brand new custom tactics video. Yes, my updated 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 custom tactics. But before we get started in this video, if you want to drop a like on it, drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button to my channel and hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. That would be amazing, guys. And of course, last but not least, my Twitch, Twitter and my TikTok are all down in the description below. If you want to go drop all three of them a follow, it would make my day, guys. But yeah, so what we've got for you today is the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 custom tactics that I've been using recently. We did finish top 100 yet again for the third week in a row. We did actually finish in 74th position, so we do get 5 red player picks again. 28 and 2 this weekend. Not the best, but top 100 is all that we really asked for. You know what I'm saying? Top 100 secured. Bish, bash, bosh. And these are the custom tactics that I used. It was very much like a mixture this week. It was mainly like the 4-4-2 and the 4-2-3-1 all kind of mixed in together. I will show you all of them and then tell you like which one to use at the start, which one to switch into when you go behind, etc. This is mainly the team that I used. I did mix things up a hell of a lot. I didn't really, trust me, like I used a lot of different players this week. Obviously, team of the season Neymar was in. He was doing absolutely madness. He is. Team of the season Neymar is without a doubt one of my favourite players on the game. He has dropped a little bit to 8.5, but I'm not really overly bothered about that because I'm never, ever going to sell him. Of course, R9 doing R9 type things, an unbelievable record. Ronaldo as well with an unbelievable record doing Ronaldo type things. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So, the 4-4-2 second variation is the formation that I use a hell of a lot. Wow, my custom tactics all over the joint here. So the 4-4-2 second variant is a formation that I use a lot, actually. Like a lot as well. Like not even a little bit a lot. I'm talking like a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I use this. Oh my god, give me Mbappe, please. I use this custom tactics a lot. So getting behind and come back on defense is what I use on both strikers. Again, with the 4-4-2 second variant, this is what I switched into mainly straight from the start. Minute 1 of most of the weekendy games that I played this weekend were with the 4-4-2 second variant. So both my strikers are on getting behind and come back on defense. My left mid is then on comeback on defense, getting behind and getting to the box across. Very important that when you use your left mids and your right mids, you put them both on getting to the box for cross. It's very important, and the getting behind. It just adds an extra dynamic in terms of like the attacking play kind of thing. You kind of know where I'm coming from. Like the attacking side of the game, having the left mid and the right mid on getting to the box for cross will help you score a lot more goals. My left CDM is then on cut passing lanes, get forward and cover centre. Very important that when you are playing the 4-4-2 second variant, that you do have one of your CDMs on get forward. It will help with like the big gap you've got between your two CDMs and two strikers. My right CDM is then on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking and cover centre. Again, very important. It doesn't matter if you have the left on stay back and the right on get forward, or the right on stay back and the left on get forward. It doesn't matter which way round you have. As long as one of your CDMs is on stay back while attacking and the other one's on get forward, you're in for a happy medium. Again, the cover centre, just to kind of cover that centre role. That's kind of what you want. You want them to cover the centre, you know. My right mid is also on the same as my left mid. He is on comeback on defence, getting behind and getting to the box across. That's what I like using. It works for me a lot, man. Like, it does really work for me. And then, of course, both my fullbacks are both on stay back while attacking and overlap like so. And then a lot of you guys ask about the keeper. I never touch the keeper. So, yeah, he's just on completely default settings. Now, the custom tactics I use with the 4-4-2 number 2 is actually a little bit different. So, I, of course, always do go with the balanced 5 width, 7 depth. That is just what works for me. 5 width, 7 depth. It's what I use. It's what works for me. Happy medium G-spot. Press after possession loss, of course, is very effective, but I'm not really too much of a lover for it. But it is very effective at the end of the day, so do not forget that. But for me, balanced 5 width, 7 depth. We're in that good spot of that zone, you know what I'm saying? Now, the offensive style, I have now gone officially to long ball. I really like long ball. Again, I've been saying it to you all year, the long ball is definitely a viable option. Fast build up on possession, get out, do not use them. But for me, the long ball just seems to work a lot better with the 4-4-2. Your left mid and right mid seem to make a lot more runs in behind, so you have a lot more opportunity to like abuse the broken through balls and stuff like that. So for me, long ball works an absolute treat. 2 corners and 2 free kicks. You know the vibes at this point. If you're going to take anything from today's video, lower them down from 3 and 3 to 2 and 2. believe you me, it will help an absolute lorry load. In terms of like stop you getting counter-attacked on from your own corners and your own free kicks, believe you me, you will not believe how many goals that will save you from conceding. So yeah, that's the 4-4-2 number 2. The 4-4-2 number 2 variant is the formation I would go with a lot from minute 1. A very solid formation. I do think it's probably a little bit better than the 4-4-2 flat, just because you have the 2 CDMs, but I would definitely say going forward, the 4-4-2 flat is definitely a lot better than the 4-4-2 number 2. Now then, 4-2-3-1. What do I use on the 4-2-3-1? I will then, of course, show you the 4-4-2. Actually, I'll show you the 4-4-2 normal now, actually. Again, balanced defensive style. 5 width, 7 depth. You know the vibes at this point. 5 width, 7 depth. The 7 depth does do the automatic offside trap when your opponent is passing it around your back four. So definitely put that on. It will help you out a lorry ton. But again, if you do struggle with the defensive side of the game, lower it down to like a 4 or 5 depth and you'll feel a lot more comfortable. Now, importantly here, the 4-4-2 flat, I don't actually use long ball because the reason I use long ball on the 4-4-2 number 2 is because it helps my CDM that's on get forward to get forward a lot quicker. But when you're playing the 4-4-2 flat, as you will see here, you don't really need your left mid, your left centre mid, or your right centre mid, whichever one you have on get forward, to get forward that quickly. You know, he's already on get forward or balance attack, so he's going to be getting forward quite quickly anyway. So for me, when playing the 4-4-2 flat, I actually do just keep it on balance. Balance seems to work. 6 width, 6 players in the box like so. Again, the more players you have in the box, the more likely you are to score a goal. So that's why I do that. 2 corners and 2 free kicks like so. Happy days. Again, with the long ball, you definitely can use long ball though. In terms of the offensive style, 100% you can use long ball. But for me personally, with the 4-4-2 flat, I like to keep it pretty box standard in the middle. Both my strikers, again, with any version of 4-4-2, I like to have them on getting behind and come back on defence. It just works better for me, you know. It actually works out a lot better. My right mid is then on come back on defence, getting behind and getting to the box for cross. My right centre mid in this one is on balanced attack and then completely default settings apart from cover centre. Then my left centre mid is on stay back while attacking and then completely default settings apart from the defensive position where he is on cover centre. Then my left mid, of course, come back on defence, getting behind and getting to the box for cross. My left back and my right back, of course, are both on stay back while attacking and overlap. Now, when do I switch into the 4-4-2 flat? When I feel like the 4-4-2 number 2 isn't really working, so I want my centre mid to push a little bit higher. That's when I would then push into the 4-4-2 flat. The 4-4-2 flat is a formation that is unbelievable though, trust me. It is an unbelievable formation. Now, last but not least, the 4-2-3-1. How do I set my team up with the 4-2-3-1? Like so, R9 up front, Neymar in that cam position, Mbappe on the right, Ronaldo on the left, Hullet and Bruno Fernandes, of course, as the 2 CDMs. Marcelo, Vieira, Varane, Vieira's on the right. Vieira, Varane at centre-backs, Cancelo at right-back, and then, of course, Schmeichel in net. Now, custom tactics that I use with the 4-2-3-1 are like so. Defensive style is on balanced with 5 width and 7 depth. Yes, you should know by now, and at this point, I'm going to be using 5 width, 7 depth on a lot of stuff, you know. Like, that is my go-to. It's what I'm going to use. It's what I'm happy with. It's what I'm comfortable using. But again, if you do struggle defensively, but I don't really see many people struggling defensively with the 4-2-3-1, definitely would recommend dropping it down to like a 4 or 5. But for me, 7 depth is what works. That's why I always use the 7 depth. The offensive style, very important now. When I do now play 4-2-3-1, especially from this weekend league, I have gone with long ball custom tactics. The reason being is because, and what I think most people will find with the 4-2-3-1 is that they struggle offensively and attacking wise with the 4-2-3-1. So having the long ball, making your players make a lot more runs in behind when using this formation will work a lot more than just a balanced. Again, fast build-up and possession, do not use that, the honking. Long ball is the way to go. Very important, of course, again, that we do have 6 width and 6 players in the box. No really rocket science behind the 6 players in the box. Just the more people you have in the box, right, the more likely you are to score a goal. That's my way of thinking of that. Again, 2 corners and 2 free kicks. You know the vibe at this point. Now, my striker is on getting behind and stay forward with the 4-2-3-1. My cam is on completely default settings apart from support on crosses. Very important you put them on getting to the box for cross. All 3 of my cams are on that actually, so make sure you use that. Getting to the box for cross is important. Again, if you do struggle defensively, it wouldn't harm to have all of them on comeback on defense. But for me, I like them being on completely balanced settings like that. But then the getting to the box for cross is for the attacking side. My right CDM, of course, is then on cut passing lanes. Very importantly, is on get forward. You want them on get forward on a 4-2-3-1 because it is a lot harder to score. You've only got one striker. My left CDM is done on cut passing lanes, stay back while attacking, and cover centre. Again, it doesn't matter if you use the right CDM on stay back while attacking and the left one on get forward. As long as one is on get forward and the other's on stay back, you're on to a winner. And then last but not least, both my fullbacks are on stay back while attacking and overlap like so. But that right there, guys, is going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like on it, drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button to my channel, and also hit that bell so you do get a notification every time I do drop a brand new video. Last but not least, Twitch, Twitter, and my TikTok are down in the description below. But thank you for watching, guys. Remember, spread the love and positivity. Manners cost nothing in the world. Let's make the world a better place. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.